Hello everyone, Ziljin here with another art video. So hopefully you're familiar with this. This is supposed to be Starcraft Fanart. First up for them is gonna be Terran, and then the last four is Zerg. It's not exactly detailed because I'm not that good at drawing, so I made like a simplified drawing, obviously. So here's a Terran Firebat. There's a guy smoking a cigar because in the game, Firebat is always smoking a cigar, and he has like the wrist flamethrowers. And this one, he just killed a Zerg or something. There's smoke coming out of his flamethrowers. Only one of them, not the other one. The other one he didn't use for some reason. And there's the fuel tanks in the back. At least that's what they're supposed to be. Yeah. And then yeah, pretty much it's very basic. You got the astronaut dome helmet thing going on and some lights on the chest. And yeah, shoulder pads, armor. And this one is basically, I just modified a little bit, give it the helmet. So the dome is down, concealing his face. And you got some kind of graffiti, war paint. That's supposed to be a fireball or a flame. Whatever it looks like to you. I mean, I meant to draw it as a flame, but then it ended up looking more like a fireball. And then here's like a sun symbol, because you know, the sun is really hot. Yeah, simple enough. Here's a Marine, and I don't know, I just decided I should give him a mole or something. Yeah, his face actually looks different from the Firebat. Yeah, and the machine gun is very low detailed, but then again, so is the rest of the armor. I was originally gonna just have the Marine and the Firebat as one, and then like modified it, but then I decided to just draw it completely different. And yeah, ended up looking way different. Like the Marine's shoulder pads are kind of small, and this thing in the center is also really big. Yeah. So if you compare the two, it doesn't look exactly the same. It looks quite different. I mean, the feet, the legs are about the same though. Yeah, so the gun is probably the weaker point. Okay. Yeah, also like how, just look at his face, and like he has to have like some crazy ass broad shoulders. Like, how does he fit into his armor? Yeah. Okay, here's his war paint with his helmet visor down. You got a skull and a scythe. So obviously it's meant to be Grim Reaper, because he kills the crap out of the enemies. Simple enough. Yeah, so I liked how the scythe turned out. Pretty good. I mean, you can tell it's a scythe, right? I hope so. And this is supposed to be a skull. Hopefully it's obvious it's a skull. And here's a Zerg Hydralisk. It's supposed to shoot spines out of its shoulders or something, but I don't know where exactly that comes out of. But here's the arm here, and here's the head, and he has a bunch of back spikes, and there's like scales on the belly. So it's kind of like a reptile kind of thing. And there's that creepy looking mouth. So maybe you're not familiar with StarCraft Zerg, but you're familiar with Xenomorphs Alien from, it's Ridley Scott, I believe, or is it Scott Ridley? I think it's Ridley Scott. Anyway, yeah, it has that big dome helmet and claws. Yeah, really creepy looking alien. And here's its evolved form, which is a Lurker, and it has like, it's more like a spider. It has a bunch of legs, and it's supposed to also shoot spines underground. It burrows underneath the ground and it shoots spines. Yeah, I don't know where the spines come from. Maybe it's from this shoulder. I don't know. And it also has some spikes on the helmet. I was just about to say helmet, and the head. There's some spikes on the head. And here's the basic Zerg unit, the Zergling. the when you look at the cinematic of the first game, you know, the Jeep running over the Zergling, it actually is just 2 feet and then like 2 claws. I think that's the front legs. It's not, there's no claws. I mean, there's not like talon legs. I mean, whatever. This is the feet in the cinematic. And also the head is more like the Hydralisk head. That long domed head. But I guess the cinematic was before the actual game was created. And then for the game, the head is about the same. But these two pair of arms are actually swapped. The I don't know, what is it? Is this I mean, obviously this is a claw. And this is a claw. The long claw arm was actually on the bottom. And then the multi-limb appendage arm, is the hand arm, is actually on the top. So that's kind of weird. I don't know why it would be like that. Because how are you supposed to run using a talon, a massive talon? Anyways, yeah. So here's the Zergling. It also has a horns around, some kind of horn thing on the face, scaled on the back, armor plating, carapace, and spikes on the back of the legs. Okay, this one was simple enough. I actually liked how this armor, the scales or plates, carapace turned out. It's pretty cool looking. And then here's the evolution. This is actually in the Starcraft 2. The Lurker evolution is in Starcraft 1, but for this one, the Raptor evolution is actually in Starcraft 2, a game apart. Yeah, basically it just has wings. And actually the Starcraft 2 Zergling looks completely different from this, but I didn't actually feel like drawing that because it looked kind of too complicated. Like there's like armor plates like all over the legs and stuff. Like I think this is simple enough for me. So yeah, they have wings and they can fly. It's like, that's crazy overpowered. And yeah, so this one is a little simpler than the usual ones, but I've been meaning to do sci-fi, so that's cool. I mean, there's got these aliens. I guess like fantasy, I could draw something similar to this, right? If you weren't familiar with Starcraft, I could have just said, oh, these are like reptilians, snake people, or snake insect warriors, insect hybrids, stuff like that. There's sci-fi, but they don't have laser guns or anything, so they actually look like they could pass off as fantasy. But these guys are obviously sci-fi. Even if they don't look anything like the actual units from Starcraft franchise, you can tell that these are sci-fi marine, sci-fi warriors. They're humans. They got their machine guns and flamethrowers and their spacesuits. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So for the next week, it's either gonna be fantasy stuff, fantasy warriors, or people, regular humans, regular modern humans. Mostly women, but I'll try to draw some family stuff, you know, so it's not just sexy ass women. Try to reduce the gutter in my brain. Okay. And then I don't know, maybe I'll alternate. So it will sometimes be fantasy, sometimes sci-fi, sometimes modern women, modern modern people. Maybe, and almost all the fantasy has been warriors. So I'll try to do some like fantasy civilians, maybe. Like, I mean, I have drawn peasants before, so maybe more something like that, peasants, and then not just human peasants, but you know, like farmers. I did draw a goblin farmer once. I mean, so farmers of various races, that'd be kind of cool. And also have that dark elf butcher. I haven't drawn actually any dark elf warriors yet. That's strange. To be fair, I haven't really drawn any elven warriors at all. But yeah, I'm working on that for the next video. So that's all the time we got for this this episode. So hopefully everyone's enjoying this series, enjoying my art pictures. And yeah, I've been scratching my nose because it's itchy like hell. Anyway, allergy season. So if you have any comments, some suggestions, or what you would like to see me draw in the future, be sure to write them down below, and I'll try my best to draw them, and eventually they'll show up in the video. So if I I've been meaning to draw more, so maybe one day I can do 2 art videos a week, but right now it's still 1 art video per week. Who knows? Maybe I'll do 2 art videos a week. I want to do that, but yeah, because sometimes, like for this one, StarCraft, yeah, I try to make it as simple as possible, so it didn't take me as that long, and also I hope that, you know, half of them is like just altering the original image, so yeah, so I'll try to make more. I'll definitely try to draw more, hopefully. Enough rambling there. So if yeah, subscribe if you have not already for more Let's Play videos and art videos, and then as always, thank you for watching. Until next time, bye bye.